CMC for the people, by the people, and to the people. Citizens movement for change. Oh yes, a new day has come. Yes, a new day has come. Rise up Liberia. CMC for the people. CMC by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better life. CMC, CMC for the people. CMC by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better life. Equity, national unity, transparency, accountability, social justice, integrity, CMC core values, CMC global. It is a new day for Liberia. It is a new day for the people. Let's hold together. Let's hold together. Peace and unity. Raise up your hands. CMC. The land of liberty, the land of freedom, the love of liberty brought us together. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, CMC for the people. CMC by the people. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, CMC for the people. CMC by the people. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, yes, 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 the time has come.
CMC, CMC, yes,
Yes,
No,
this is the
yes,
time.
the time has
it's
come.
11 o'clock.
Oh, what's going on in the studio? Hi guys, how you doing?
Yes, hello to you guys again, and we'd like to say hello to all of our followers, more specifically for those of them that follow Truth FM, the Renaissance Radio. On the Thursday again, another day to be back on your FM dial 96.1. As a matter of fact, we broadcast from Dupo Philippines with just outside the nation's capital, Monrovia. Another Thursday. There is a saying that says, not that you are happy, but let all be happy just because of you. So again, we are here. If you want to get a gist, the gossip, the hint as it relates to your village, go to the water side, better still to the creek, the where the women are. You got to get everything as it relates to that particular time. But CMC is there again, 27 minutes of 12 o'clock. We apologize for coming on late on today. But howbeit, we made our commitment and it is our duty to be here. So we are grateful to be here again. So we say hello to you guys again and welcome to the show, the Thursday edition.
Tag you on mute.
Oh, good, 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 good. Listen, hello to everyone, and I particularly like to say hello to all of those who are on the night shift tonight. You are, working as a security person, working as a driver, driving from Monrovia to Zedru, Monrovia to Sando, Monrovia to Kip Mount, Monrovia to Bummy Hill, Monrovia to Nimba. You are driving. I want to say hello to you, and I hope that you are tuned in to the Political Lounge, where we'll be discussing issues relating to CMC. I want to say hello to the nurses as well. You probably on your shift, maybe doing your notes at the nurse's station, or perhaps just, watching out to make sure that your patients are okay. I want to say hi to you as well. This is the Political Lounge. We'll be discussing issues related to CMC. Come and join us. There is another option in Liberia. It does not have to be CDC and UP only. Okay? There's another option. It's a new day in Liberia. Say hello to all of you. Grace?
Thank you, Doc.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome. I would like to welcome our listening audience. I would like to welcome the people on the radio the people in Liberia that are listening to the radio. I would like to welcome the people on social media. Right now, we are streaming on YouTube. We are on two pages on Facebook. We are on Citizens Movement for Change page. We're also running on Dr. Francine's page. The Political Lodge page will be coming soon, so you also will be watching us on that page as well. And we're also running on the CMC USA Diaspora page, so you can check us out on any of those pages. My name is Grace Goa, and I'm happy to be here. This is the Political Lodge. We come here every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. in the morning in Liberia, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. here in the great United States of America. We are happy to be here. This is the Political Lodge again, TPL for short, and the truth must be told. That's why we are here, to tell the truth, to talk about issues in Liberia, to talk about social issues, to talk about political issues, and also to promote CMC, Citizens Movement for Change agenda. That's the reason why we are here. So thanks for coming on. Keep tight to the radio, and because we're going to be discussing a lot of things tonight. Also, remember Friday you come here, you will win a $5 to your phone number. This time we are not seeing scratch card because you can do anything with the $5 when they send it to you. So tonight we never know, somebody could win tonight. You know, tonight we could just say, you know what, we'll let the Brimpo win tonight, but tomorrow is the midday that we have this, and tomorrow we are looking at least 7 people to win this $5 to their phone, and for them to enjoy the weekend. Doc, anybody in
Yes.
the studio there?
Yes, Answer and Henry, do you want to add your thoughts as we open the show, or we'll just move on until you get here? Okay,
Let me just welcome the people quickly on the feed quickly
sure,
before you go.
sure. And I'm
So
still
we're gonna
sharing.
welcome Emmanuel Johnson Sa. He said he's following. Welcome, Emmanuel. Isaac Rue, watching from Minneapolis, Minnesota. We will be in Minneapolis, Minnesota
Yes,
on June 21st. CMC will be there live. Isaac, you are welcome to come and dine with us. We're going to be in Minnesota on June 21st, 2025, this June. And we're going to
yes,
be introducing CMC to the Minnesota community, Liberian community in Minnesota. So we hope to see you, Isaac. Austin Sawele. What we, the people of Bon Minds, going to benefit? Oh, yes, CMC will make sure that every community in Liberia, in the different countries, will benefit something before we reach 2029. So don't worry, Austin. We'll be coming to Bon Minds. Emmanuel Cooper, that he asked a question, but I think it's very relevant. Welcome here, Emmanuel Cooper. And then Milton Felexori Door. Good evening, my CMC family. Milton, good evening, brother. How are you? And then we have Mr. Basil G. Bill. He's watching. Following closer from Grand Julia County. Oh, yes. Basil, we are coming to Grand Julia. You see, our PR were here the other day. We were talking about Grand Julia, so you will see us there. And then
yes.
we have King Barry. I'm watching from Carwell. Thank you for watching, King. So these are the people for today. For now, we have finished welcoming them. That you can come in. I heard the day they said that there's a plane all crash in Liberia.
Yes, maybe Ansu or Hen would like to expand on that, and then I will talk about that as well. So you guys want to come in?
Yes. So let me say again, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Those of you following us on Facebook, welcome again. So just while you're asking by the grace, we got information late this evening, but I think it happened around the morning hour. Yeah, but it was late this evening we got the information after the return of the president uh from Nigeria. So we got this information very early that the private plane which brought the president back to the country, uh, upon landing on the runway at the Rabos International Airport, one of the tire of that plane got on fire.
Oh,
Yeah, one of the tire of the plane. So yeah,
so
it
the
was
person
something.
was riding a
It
private jet?
was something in which maybe I think the airport and other authorities tried to just keep it quiet, but due to the reaction from no other passengers that bought a ticket today. They had other trip to make to the airport. For that reason, they are the one who even shook the internet. Who then started saying videos all on the internet. Some people started complaining, how to miss the trip, wouldn't miss the flight rather, because some of them flight was scheduled for this evening, and now they were told that you cannot go because there was another plane, which are on the runway due to or the accident which occurred. And that was from it was a plane which brought the president in the country did this hearing from Nigeria. So there where we had the phone, we get to understand that the passengers they brought this to the public attention. It was a serious alarm. They complained a whole lot. The other people missed their flight. And later on, the Rabas International Airport we still have released from them that uh, it is free, and I think plane now leaving the country. But earlier on, we're informed that it was on Saturday, this coming Saturday, which all flight in which was scheduled for the day were to leave the country on Saturday, which brought the attention of all us those that were traveling today due to what happened at the Rabas International Airport.
Okay, so I wanted to ask a quick question. Let me put this plane down. The planes are looking tired. Let me put it. Let me put it plane down. So wait, is this plane is the president private jet or is it Nigerian president private jet? Is this president always riding private jet or what?
Yes, because I got an interview. I hope to get it as the show continue to bring on an interview from Senator Delon when appearing on one of our sister station here in Liberia. That should be OKFM when he said that he never knew that private jet private plane is important, to the president because it's very important, it's necessary that the president used a private plane. At that time, then President Borga were in and out with private jet or private plane. He was in and out, and that raised serious attention to the public. The public started to question about this. It was part of his campaign message where he condemned former president we have using a private jet. Why is he, why this time around President Borga it continued using a private jet? So Senator Dillon, appearing on one of the local media institution here in Liberia, he said it that he never knew it's important for a president to use a private jet. So meaning that President Walker had been using a private plane from then on. But for this 1 year, because for the one in which for me, I noticed the president using it have been a gray in a color of a gray on a block. But this one looks like a white. So maybe it came from Nigeria to pick up the president.
Yeah, my thing is that yeah, before that, I mean, my thing is if if Dillon is saying that there should be a PR public relations officer or something from the Ministry of Education coming to tell us why is it better for the president to ride a private jet compared to a commercial jet. That's just the right thing to do to the Liberian people. What money does it save us? At the end of the day, we're still looking to save money for the Liberian people to benefit. So if he riding private jet will benefit the people of Liberia, which means that they will save money because he riding private jet. That's a whole different thing. But you can't just come and make a vague statement saying, "Oh, and you never knew that high private jet was important." Important in what way to the Liberian people? What benefit inside to us?
And he even said that he was going to take it to the House of Senate. Yeah, going to put it on the floor to the House of Senate. That it's necessary that the president, be assigned with a private or with a private jet. So on that day when he spoke. People just this, the disenchantment came about how this current regime, this current administration, they will have to condemn it, during President Weah time. So this time around, why it should be President Borgai, and then Senator DeLong is coming out to say, this time around, I think we see it's important for the president. So it was the president who used that jet today, blocked it that one way. It was a serious a situation at the airport. As I said, like they tried to keep it very quiet, but other people who had a flight today, they just couldn't stand it because they were pushing them to Saturday. So they have to start, engaging in social media. What type of embarrassment is this? So for that reason, some of us who booked our flight for today, we're going to miss our flight for today.
Daddy,
So,
Yeah.
want
So
to tell you, yeah. Also, thank you so much. That kind because I got so many questions for the private jet. It just struck. I don't get how it benefits the country. Yeah,
right.
go ahead.
well, I wanted to add, first of all, I'm glad that, I saw the president walk on the airfield. I saw him walk to, his car with his entourage. So he appears to be okay. So, if anything worse than him, landing and being in the country would have been a disaster for our country. So I'm thankful that we didn't have a disastrous event today, although that the plane, okay, almost crashed. Um, that is not a good thing for our country. So my I have three major thoughts about this whole plane issue. One, when people were criticizing George Weah, rightfully so, they wanted to know if he was spending the Liberian people's money and how he was spending Liberian people's money. We will criticize. And when the president came, I expected people to continue with the criticism or have a different approach. But now people now are saying they had this enlightenment. All of a sudden the bulb went on in their head to say, oh, now we know why it's important for a president to take private jet. Did you not know it was important when George Weah was taking private jets, falling, traveling all around in the world? So let's be, balanced in this discussion here. That's my first thought about it. Yes, um, people are now saying that okay, it can be difficult for a president to travel if he has to take commercial airline. He might have to go through other countries and wait and all of that stuff. So it can be difficult, but we should have known all of that. We should have done our work. My second thought about this is I think a full scale investigation should occur. What contributed to this crash? That's my first question. What contributed to this crash? Because if it is the airport, the condition of the airport, we need to know. Because people are flying in and out of our country. I fly, in the country at times, and I want to make sure that I'm safe and our airport is safe. And for planes to come in or do, they made an announcement today. Lastly, if this crash is contributed to the condition of the plane, we need to know because this plane is transporting someone that is very important in our country, the president of our country. Why would it? I mean, anything can happen. Mechanical issues can happen. But why? You know, I don't know if that is same plane that carried him, that is same plane that brought him back. Did they not notice any of these mechanical problems? Did they not notice that the tire had a default? So these are the questions that I think that we need to ask and we need to know because the president of our country is very important. If he's in a plane, it has to be well serviced. It has to be, I know accidents can happen, but care has to be taken. We can't just put our president in any kind of plane. And that's all I'm saying. So that's what I have to say. Thank you.
Well, that's a statement that came from the Rabat International Airport.
Mhm,
Yep.
Of the Rabat International Airport. I will read if you guys would like me.
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
It's an official statement from the movement from the management of the Rabat International Airport. Allow me to wear my glasses.
Mhm.
The management of Rabat International Airport, RIA, acknowledges the
Mhm.
recent incident involving the private jet returning President Joseph Boakai and his entourage
Mhm.
Thursday. We are aware that one of the aircraft's tires burst upon landing, prompting a precautionary stop on the runway. Preliminary investigations suggest that the incident may have been caused by the poor state of our runway,
Ah.
specifically the presence of potholes. We take
Ah.
full responsibility for the condition of our infrastructure and assure the public that we are taking immediate action to rectify the situation. The safety and security of our passenger and aircrafts are our top priority. We are working diligently to repair and maintain our runway to prevent such incidents in the future. We apologize for any inconvenience this incident may have caused, particularly to the President and his delegation, as well as to our grounded aircraft and those diverted due to this incident. We are committed to providing a safe and efficient travel experience for all users of RIA. We appreciate the professionalism and quick response of our emergency services and the aircraft's crew in ensuring that safety of all on board, safety of all on board, or something like that. We are grateful that no one was harmed during the incident. RIA will continue to work tirelessly to improve its facilities and services to meet international standards. We appreciate your understanding and cooperation as we work to resolve this matter. Signed, the management of Roberts International Airport. So, Doc, yeah, they're saying that because due to potholes at the airport, when the plane landed, and I think maybe it went one of the potholes, and maybe the plane tire was that too strong to take that, and I think it burst.
Yeah. I
Go ahead.
suspected that
Mm,
was the situation, but again, I believe that the officials, the people who are in charge of the airport, need to take heed. They need to, I know they say they putting the patching up the potholes, but this is not the first time this has happened. It seems like if it's not electrical problem, it had to do with the runway, or it's just traveling is concerning, anxious, anxiety provoking enough. Then for you to know that you have to go into an airport where there's a possibility, a high possibility of either the tire busting or something happening, electrical problem happening, it's uncalled for. It's concerning. So I don't think that the people at the airport are paying attention to this issue. This is happening too frequently. This is not the first time this has happened. Okay, it's happening too frequently. That is man-made problems at our airport. Like when you travel, you say, okay, the last time I said out of burst. Okay, we got that part. All right, but now we are seeing is potholes, electrical problem, or some other thing that it will soon they'll come up with. uh, it can't be happening. They got to make sure that they assure us Liberians and other people traveling to Liberia that our airport is safe to land in, and comfortable. So that's what I
So,
have to
so,
ask.
so going to Liberia now is scary. That's, I mean, that's one of the things I think you're fearing right now
Hmm.
because you don't know what. But I don't know how is it that in this day and age, how potholes. I mean, this airport, the airport runway. I don't know whether you noticed that, but the people check the airport runways very frequently. I mean, every day, sometimes 2 to 3 hours, the people are checking the runway. You see people going on. You see the little small. I don't know if it's a golf cars. Sometimes you see them
Hmm.
ride
Hmm.
or technical or support cars with
Hmm.
everything. If any small thing that they brush it all and stuff like that is very
Hmm.
important because when the plane accident, the plane is the safest way of transportation. That's
Yeah.
why the word says it's the safest means of
Yes.
transportation. But when it has a problem, it's very serious. I
Yes.
mean, is people will just die. That's
That's
why it
right.
doesn't. You have to make sure everything is ready in place, because
Yeah.
although it's the safest way, if just one thing happened to I mean, a lot of casualty, people die a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Any problem with the with the aircraft.
Mm-hmm.
So where is landing, which is the airport,
Mm-hmm.
and the maintenance of the craft is very important. It's
Yes.
very, very important. That's why you see when the plane land, the people go check everything. They check
Mm-hmm.
everything, they clean, or they check everything, make sure everything working and everything
Mm-hmm.
before they put a new group of people into that aircraft.
Mm-hmm.
That important. So
Yeah.
we hope that the people responsible for that will do what they're doing. But we also, although I think that the private jet was sent for this president, but from Darius Dillon's statement, the Senator Dillon's statement, seeing that it's important for the president to always ride private jet. I don't know whether he's paying for these jets. They have to come and say something about what benefit it is for Liberia for the president to ride a private jet. Because if that would save the country money, they have to lay out to the people, to show accountability that okay, when the president ride private jet compared to the regular flying, we save $50 million a year that will benefit Liberia at that point, or else the president have to ride a commercial jet and maybe ride in first class, or he can choose to ride economy. Other presidents in the world are riding those kind of jets. Ellie Johnson said leaving her presidency, she wrote that. I remember being on a flight with her. She wrote the regular jet plane. She never had private jet. I don't know if she had it, but every time I think I heard that she wrote commercial jets just because I think maybe they wanted to save money in Liberia. Because in this day and this morning day in Liberia, like the country don't even have sidewalks. There is no bus terminal. The people are in a rain when it's raining, waiting for bus to come. Everybody's soaking wet. They run into the car. There are no bus station. How do you call it?
The terminal.
No, where the people stand on to wait for the bus to come.
The
Bus
bus
stop.
stops.
Let's
Yes.
just say my grandpa would say bus stop, but in America, you would say bus terminal. No
Mm-hmm.
bus terminal. These people are getting soaking wet. The people fighting to get in cars. I mean, no sidewalks. The money you take to ride a private jet, you could be building those things for like bring people to be comfortable. The people too won't be comfortable. It's not your work to be comfortable all the time.
Mm-hmm.
The government job is public service job. You serving the people. The people don't suffer because of you. You have to be in service of them. So,
Mm-hmm.
with the whole private jet, though, we're talking about the jet, having the problem at the airport. But my question is that if the person is paying so much money to ride a private jet, then it's wrong for the Liberian people if they cannot justify whether this private jet is saving the Liberian people money to build in sidewalks. I missed the days when Liberia had bus stop. You go stand on the bus stop and really you're standing under the bus stop. People get on the air. The point gotta be standing in the ring. The last time I saw one video on Facebook, they're ring flocking the people. I mean, and they run into the car. You in the car now, somebody can stand outside you. They already soaking wet. I want people suffering, man. This is suffering.
Yeah.
Yeah, the government spending $9 million on 103 legislatures, senator cars, plus $3 million on the president, the VP car, every 3 to 6 years. That's a waste of money.
Mm-hmm.
Build places for the people to be comfortable. Government toilet say you can get it. You making mistake, you walk in the road, people jail you on your own. Oh, you got put plastic
That's
out
a
for the
fact.
plastic, but are true. People jail you on your own. Yes. The other country are jacking from Hungary in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
Not in I went to the UK, yeah, but I came from Hungary before I went to the UK. I met you guys.
Mm-hmm.
In Hungary, every half a mile you walk, you will see somewhere to ease yourself and somebody there cleaning it 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
People are there. You go to the restroom, you use the restroom, and you get all it's public toilet. People go and use it all the time. Every time you walk like a hop god, we did 12-mile walking. You will see that there. That's what you call working for the people. You working in on a bro money, some people join you. Sure. I beg you, man.
Yeah, oh,
You on your own. I know you have to put on yourself or
but
rent to somebody else. These are the comforts you have to give to our people because that's the benefit of being citizen of any country. I can stand on the bus stop when it's rainy. The bus stop is wide enough. We can stand there and wait for car to come. And sidewalks are there. We can walk on the sidewalks. That's how life's supposed to be in any normal country. The president riding private jet. What he riding private jet for? It says saving money to help the people to build all those things for the people to be comfortable. I want people to need no comfort too now. That not the time to join comfort. I want to have to be comfortable. That's my question. That you want to know it. And that's the reason why we coming to tell you people that there's a telling. That's why CMC is already forming in this 2025. You have to start thinking because when that happens, when we go to 2029, these are some of the things we'll offer the Liberian people. You will not have to be suffering anymore. Even Nigeria, Ghana, they put got bus stop there, they put got government toilet to the place. You go, you walk anywhere you want, you can go east yourself. Like answer a line, you get government toilet anywhere.
Comes out in radar.
no, for us, we're in situation, they can't handle. Please, I beg you.
Because the thing is that all the thing, even when you create government toilet in those places and you got people cleaning it, that job creation. The
Yes.
people who cleaning the government toilet, they get paid, they're working. The people who cleaning the bus stop every 3 hours coming to sweep around here and clean the trash, they are working. Those are also job creation. Why are you making the people in the country comfortable? That's how life's supposed to be. And that's some of the things that CMC will offer to the Liberian people. They will decide to choose. Because
Yes.
as of today, UP, Party, and CDC, there are no way in any form Liberia should be thinking about putting the two parties then into power. No way. They don't know how to do the job. They don't know how to treat the Liberian people. They don't have the love for country. It's all about themselves. That's why they got a class reloading. All the ministers, then they leave their job. They come on Facebook to tell the people how
Are
they
they working?
in 2029. Can you imagine? You even showing tangible how they vote for you in 2029.
Yes.
And you know you walking in the street, no buster in like bro. Then you be not your friend. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I just think. That you won't come here because
Yeah,
Yeah.
let me just come here.
Yes,
Let me come.
let Henry come in.
Yes, let me come here a bit when it comes to that plane crash today. Firstly, thank God that it never happened because it should have been different for Liberia. To be very very honest, it was actually going to be different. To explain it, just imagine the constraint the country is on at the moment, and then looking at plane crash. The president, the first man in the country, the most important person in the country, get involved. It's actually going to be different. But I'm urging the authority of RIA, these things in to where we are this dispensation. We shouldn't be talking about pop holes. You should get people employed to do these things. Like you said, after 3 hours, you go and check these things because you are playing with lives.
Yes.
Imagine you got uh hundred of people at times in a plane. So imagine it is not a jet, but we're talking about a plane that's taking about 200 person. How it could be, how it could actually be explained. And this is not the first time. Every time RIA. So I think there should be a call to action to the authority of RIA. Let them take heed of it. We shouldn't be experiencing these things. So imagine that if we have other delegates coming from other countries and then they try to experience these things, how will we get investors coming to invest in Liberia when they try to hear some of these things about Liberia? It will be bad for us. It will actually be bad for us. And like you said, the past government, the people that are in power now, they have serious issue when it comes to the private jet. The opposition back then, United Party people have serious issue. They say the president. Up, we are talking about a president. A president, then you say driving a private jet is a problem. So, like I'm always saying, when people are not in power, they are opposition, they become the best economists. That's the time they know how to balance the budget. But in putting the power, they become the best IT specialists. They go on Facebook and run the government there. So it is no crime a president having a private jet. We're talking a president. This is a president we're talking about. Anytime emergency can occur, he needs to take a flight going to other places. But as long as you're in power, other people doing it, they have serious problem with it. And I
yes,
think that's the way.
Henry, if they're supposed to have serious problem with it.
Yeah.
In this day and age, like bro, it's a country. If you check statistic or you do your research, Liberia is the only country that don't have a airplane. You know that?
You
These
see?
people getting millions of dollars, 55
Yes.
buses they brought for 5 million people. They're getting millions of dollars. There's people suffering. So if you want to use private jet, buy Liberia Airway. Just buy a plane one for all. You put it down. Any president who can, they use the plane. The
You
power you
take
gotta keep
control
paying
of
for
it.
private jet. You gotta tell us what a private jet would benefit the country at this point. Or you buy a plane for the country for us to have for Air Liberia. That's the right thing to do. So the we are all the baga right now we don't give a hang about any of those people. We are moving forward. I am saying it because I know what I'm saying. The suffering of our people don't equal any people riding no private jet. If you will have to ride private jet, then buy a plane for the country. Let Liberia have Air Liberia too running. Let the rest of the country. So New York, all get plane.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
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 They're not concerned about doing how to go and build housing in other country, be there, but doing it
Exactly.
for that country that bro is not essential. So again, let me say many thanks to the EPS. They were actually they actually did what they could do. They were fast to get the president off. Many thanks to them. Just like at a certain point in time, they told all of the journalists to shut down their cameras because I think they don't want them forcing evidence. There were some journalists that were already screenshotting what was happening. So at certain point, like we hear the EPS, cut down the camera, cut down the camera,
But why
cut down
they're
the camera.
saying that those things are
Yeah,
not good. When something happening, the people need to get the news. There's
yeah,
nothing wrong with something happening. Thank God there was no accident,
that's
no.
just it.
But I mean, the people need to carry the news. That's why they need to explain to the Liberian people when these things happen. This is not hidden. I don't understand how to do everything that is a hidden secret. Oh no, call the camera or the people so no. No, the people are supposed to be informed. That's information. You cannot take information away from what people, and that's what you'll be doing. That's why like bro still look like we in the 30s, 1930s. Because the people are not supposed to know certain things, they're not supposed to know, they're supposed to have current in all the counties and in the villages. Then this in 2025, in the 21st century, current supposed to be all over those places. The people are supposed to have running water. Go to one of the villages in Nigeria. Go there, the people got running water, they got paved road there, they call it, oh, that's my village. They build the different center, they got government toilet there. Oh, they government toilet, they never catch my heart today. They got government toilet there. So let that be clear. Yeah. So I don't understand why they want the people not to put a camera on. If I were a journalist, I would keep my camera on. There's nothing that's my rights. I will keep my
Yeah,
camera on
but
the
thank God,
people.
nothing bad happened. We are grateful and
Yeah.
thank God our
But
president will
I
not
think
go.
also we
Yeah,
should go back to your point. Okay. The authority at RIA should take this very seriously.
sure.
Very, very seriously. You already gave them, and Madam Grace gave them suggestions that they should be patrolling that airport every hour, every 2 hours to make sure that our airport is in the proper condition for landing. Okay. Especially when we look at, and you mentioned this, especially when we look at, this is the gateway to our country. The airport is one of the major gateways to our country. And so you can't come and say, oh, I just getting my fat paycheck every day. I don't know the condition of the airport. I'm not going to be involved with the airport and everything will be okay. No. So I hope that we shouldn't keep be hearing bird hit the transformer or landed on the transformer. Uh, the runway got pothole, the electricity not working, for people. This is terrible, completely terrible. Traveling again, like I said, flying is anxiety provoking. The most that authority at the airport can do for the Liberian people is to keep them calm and let us know that we have a reliable airport, an airport that will be comfortable in flying in and out at any time. And investors can come to our country. They are welcome to come to our country. Our country is a place where they can land safely and come and invest into our country. So that's what I wanted to just add.
And God, I thank you. I thank you guys for adding all your input on this. And I know everybody coming for their own perspectives, we shall respect. I thank God that it was not a commercial flight, to tell you the truth. I
Yeah.
thank God that the president and his people were safe today and
Yeah.
nothing bad
Yeah.
happened. I
Yeah.
thank God for that. But at the same time, I don't like to pacify stuff. I just don't. And I'm just worried with the whole private jet thing. In fact, thank God, sometimes things happen for things to come out. They
Mm-hmm.
whole private jetting not even adding up to me.
Mm-hmm.
Liberia Airline
Mm-hmm.
crashed in Sudan in 1983, between 1983 and 1984. Since then, it's been 40 years plus that
Mm-hmm.
Liberia has not had its own flight. So if the kind of money to maintain a private jet is not for fun, even the weird man, that man was maintaining that private jet for the time he was in power. You know how much money that man wasted for Liberian money, if that Liberian money he was spending. You know how much money and where else money he would be spending anyway. That money could have bought a plane for Liberia to have an airplane for itself, Liberia Airways. That's just a fair thing to do. We got a lot of Liberian pilots around the world that could come to Liberia and start to train other people and try to fly that plane for Liberia to make money. The president too could have a jet as well. That you have to cost and adjustment. So them buying private jet. My question is, let's forget about the accident. Does it benefit the country in any way? That is my question. When Gio Ball is standing in the ring, just to get boss, they get soaking wet. No bus stop. No sour to even while you walking the car passing and flashing the water on you. They road they facing looking down the other day. They said they were facing road soon rain, the whole road full of water. So I don't know what the water system, who is assessing those places to go face. So that's a question we asking. It doesn't benefit that brain people. Nothing this time we want for something to benefit that brain people. As the president they're doing their job too and they being comfortable, the like brain people need to be comfortable as well.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe this is a sign. Make the people comfortable. And then you face the airport too, because other commercial jet coming in the plane. Nobody won't go to that country and they let be. When they start landing the plane, then your heart start beating because you know what the potholes there. In a normal country, the airport or runway is checked every hour or every 2 hours. The people checking, they get a technical cars running up and down there. If anything crack on there, they fix it quickly. You know, everything to because the airplane landing is not an easy thing for an airplane. And then the airplane, I would say again, is the safest means of transportation when you fly. But although that is the case, that's why the people make everything very protective because when something happens, it happens sometimes very bad. And there's a lot of casualty when an airplane, or crash or when something wrong. Sometimes the airplane on the ground or when it hit, people die. So that's why the people make sure that everything is in place. So like American didn't see that the runway is not big, they can maintain that place. It's not a rocket science. It's not. I don't
But,
know.
but 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 again,
Try to vote the right people, man. You try, man. You
yeah.
try.
But and I think my final thought that I have on this subject, uh, Madam Chairperson of the USA Grace, is that it's almost like there's no vision, okay? There's no work ethics. Everybody's complacent. This is about try and error. So if we had a department that says, okay, our objectives and our vision is to make this airport, suitable for all who travel to Liberia, and have something, and then so people will feel comfortable. But what's their vision? What's their mission statement? What's their objectives for the airport, for the government itself? Because what are they working on? How are they making the airport a place that will be able to contribute to the economy of Liberia, that will help the Liberian people? Because that's in essence, that's what you're saying. You know, if if now, like you said, if they had a plan, they can come to Liberian people and say, listen, we've done our research, we've done our study. And in the research and study, we are learning that maybe commercial flying by the president is not economical. Is maybe more or less expensive, but we don't know. Every day we hear say, "Oh, our president taking private jet," and the people who again were against this. This is why I'm saying these two parties that we have, the United Party and the CDC Party, is like one not in power. Everything that they were against, now they in power. It's okay for them to do
They
what they want.
got joint twins. Ain't never
Exactly.
got joint twins because they stuck. They do everything they see, but then they hate one another. When one person, if you, they have a documentary on the American TV.
Yeah.
They got joint twins, got mad with each other. They share one body, one leg. Only they hate different.
Mm-hmm.
I see how they were favor each other, man. Other one want body, other one. That CDC and UP, they're conjoined twin. They
Yeah.
do the same thing, but they favor one another.
Yes, because in the past, the GSC report that came out, I'm sure, and I'm transitioning to another topic. Those people condemn the CDC, UP condemn CDC for paddling, which is adding more people onto the civil servant budget. And they came and they did the same thing. They hired the same people and started paying the people, and then firing all the people who the CDC brought in. So it's like, what's the point? Are you trying to save money, or you trying to bring your own people? That's what I wanted to
And
know.
that's the reason why like people need to get it alert. You know, they say alert.
Mm-hmm,
You need to wake up. News
mm-hmm,
flash, your eye need to be flash open. These
mm-hmm,
two parties will never help Liberia in any way. This is it for them. Come 2029, you won't be looking at something different. Because
mm-hmm,
if you try it again, it will even get worse. These people had let Liberia remain in the 1930s. At least in the 1930s, Liberia was clean small. The place was not something, was not developable, but the place to clean the place. But they had come back to the 1930s, but in another dirty form.
mm-hmm,
That what going on in the country right now. And they don't care. The budget is made for them to enjoy the entire budget, the money they put there for them. They don't
mm-hmm,
care whether they like bring for benefits. Once they benefit, that's all they want. They got people ghost names on the budget where they take people taking pay in supplementary income within the house and the Senate. I mean, it's sad. It's sad. The way these people take away from our people is just sad. It's just sad. And Liberians should be grateful for the people in the diaspora because the amount of money that is diaspora Liberians sent to Liberia to sustain their family, if that was taken away, it would be a sad time for Liberians. People would be dropping on the street, dying from hunger.
mm-hmm.
People will be dropping. The people don't even have a sanitary government toilet in the city. Even in Butuburan camp, when we're in the refugee camp, we have government toilet. Let that be clear. They don't even have that those kind of simple things to make the people life comfortable. They don't even have that. Before I
Yeah,
said, the people even find food to eat. It's just
everybody just, everybody just working on flower base or easy, almost. Everybody working on flower base or easy. Yes. So yeah, I mean, when I saw that we had a GAC report that nobody made any noise about until recently, a radio station published that, this was the things that we were against. We were against the lack of transparency within government. And now, you get into power, you're not telling us about reports, or you justifying one hiring and one firing. They can't even find it. I think it was what, 70 something $1,000 that they were
Mhm.
supposed to be deposited in the bank, the money that they said is saved from firing most of the CDC hires. All right. And they can't even find it. They're not in the coffer.
But that go, you know
Mhm.
what? You know what? When we're in Abidjan, the police will say, they have arrested. Say même chose. It means that the same thing. So when I was there, they said c'est même chose. One day I couldn't remember the c'est même chose. I told the bus driver, asked me something. I said, c'est the same.
You're speaking out of
That's the same thing, man. That's the même chose. The
That's it.
one government gonna do the same thing. The other government, the other people understand. They fair. Oh, they're doing the thing. I was like, one can't do our own. Then they gonna do the same thing. That the same thing.
Mhm.
C'est the même chose.
It's that we
Amen.
have to have a different mindset, a change, and and when we speak about CMC here, it's not just talking about giving the government the responsibility of the government to somebody, because that what a lot of Liberian people have done. We have had elections, and we are putting leaders in charge, rightfully so. But now we want to hold those people. We, the Liberian people, we have to hold people accountable. When we put you in positions, we want to make sure that you're doing your jobs. Okay. When we hear 2-3 times that airport problems, somebody
Mhm.
got to be called to book.
Somebody gotta
Somebody
be
hair's
going.
got to be hair's got to be rolling.
Yeah.
You can't put but everybody's just so complacent. You just in that. So I won't, I'm charging all our Liberian people, when we put CDC in power. I mean CMC in power. We expect that you hold CMC accountable. And one of the ways that you do that is your frequent calling the radio station, your frequent talking, your writing letter. I listen to some senator. I'm sorry, I'm deviating a little bit. Some senator just justify and justify and justify, but you can't tell me what did you do? You in the legislature? What did you write? Were you on radio station? Were you vocal? Okay, about situations in the country? No, you sat there. You are part of the problem. I want the vocality. I want to see you talking, okay, for the rights for the Liberian people. You're not just gonna just sit there and say, "Oh, the international people made us do this." The international the justification yesterday I was hearing that the
So
international
it
people
means that
making
they still slaves to the international people
yeah,
because
the international people making you accept for the
yeah,
$5,000 car. The
yeah,
international people making you do that one. Huh? The international people making you say get taking money for legislative engagement. How much you take? Yeah? No, I don't think that international people making all of those things. But anyway, that was the justification in my head. I was like, what did you do? You are there. You know,
yeah.
what
No,
questions did you ask?
that's the question.
You
What
know,
question did you ask?
yes.
Well, also before you come in, let me read a little bit on this comment feed telling these people welcome again
Mhm.
before we move on. I want to welcome Mary Yanda Mary Yandia Gia. She said really anyone can be accountable in Liberia because you have vote the people that cannot be accountable in Liberia. You have vote people where Donald Trump finish telling you have vote because he said like he already classified Africa to be, SAHT country or continent, and you're voting the people for the people to install in the West that we don't have sense. So if you vote the right people in, yes, they can be held accountable. But when you vote people that are detectors, they're not going to be held accountable. The people don't care. So even when we're complaining, they don't give a hank. They don't care about none of those things because you vote the wrong people in. And that's why we have this show now to open the eyes of the Liberian people. We are two women on the show plus two men in the studio. We are telling you people, this is the time now to start seeing the people who's going to lead you in 2029 because those people that work will show that you know what, if that person can do their at time in 2029, they will be able to carry the full country forward. That's the sensible thing for Liberians to do. But for you to hold your leaders accountable, you got to vote the right people in that will be held accountable. Because these two parties, they decided that they will not be held accountable in their life. For some reason, and Liberian people still go back to them and give them power. So I want to welcome Mr. Jerome Gayman. Mr. Gayman is the
Abrewa, aka Abrewa.
AKA Abrewa. He is the vice chair for administration for Citizens Movement for Change. Mr. Gayman, welcome. I want to welcome Famuya Soiree. He said, great CMC family. I want to welcome Caroline Wallow, very sad. She said, Soiree, Vamuya. He said, Dr. Francine, long time. Uh,
Hi, Mary, how you doing?
and Mayin there, Gia said, Dr.
Hi
Francine,
there.
think those Liberian people are thinking about objectives and mission statement. Then he laughed. Oh, they should be, and that's why we take away from them that oh they're not thinking about it. They should be thinking about it. Liberians should be wise to people like these that you know what these people cannot leave us any longer because the people have no respect for our people. They have no respect for our country. Our country has been disgraced around the world. The people now think that Liberians don't have sense because the way we vote people into power because of they can't get arrested or because they related to us or because we come from the same tribe or we go to the same church. That's how we vote people in. People don't vote leaders into power like that. We vote leaders into power like what would they may do for this country? What would they say benefit the people, our future generation? What are the schools are going to be built? What are the hospitals will be safe? What are the roads for pregnant women to be able to go at ease to the hospital? We're all suffering before they get there. What are the stop stations that they're building in places like Magibi that the people, when they come in, they can rest themselves, even if they have to walk from one point to another? Where are those things? Those common things that other countries enjoy. Those common things, where are they? That's how people look at and say, okay, but we're not voting people because they've been here. They never felt done anything there for us. So we're not going to vote them. They can kind of bring rest 2 minutes at a time. I will eat a rest. I will still go and vote the people who will help us because they rest here, it will finish. After I
Mm-hmm.
eat it, I will eat it. It will go. I will people here. I will people here on it. It
Mm-hmm.
will go away. But it says here for now, I will still be suffering. So that's why we have to open the eyes of our people, their mind, and that's why they have kept the people in this. They don't want to give the information, this information. They give lies. The people in the rural area of the country don't even know what's going on. They refuse to bring electricity to the entire country, and it's not a rocket science. Electricity can be in Liberia if the government want to for it to happen, and it can be stable 24 hours. They don't want it to happen because you know why? It gives light is something that it brings life. They don't want the people to have life. So they take all those things away from the people so the people can't be in the know. Because just imagine I get electricity, I can be waiting for your man. I will be listening to the radio. They don't want none of those things. So they take away from the people like that because they continue the people to ride their $98,000 cars. Yeah, while one minister in the ministry stealing, putting ghosts near on the list and collecting the money and putting it in the pocket. So that's why they want to keep the people from the information. And we are saying, vote the people that will put light into the entire country in Liberia, vote them into power. For Liberia to be having 24-hour light, 365 days in a year, it's not hard to do. The government, they just don't want to do it because they want you to get light. That's all. I said, Ansu, is there anything that you want to discuss? I see that the Supreme Court had a case dismissal today. Do you want to bring anything out? Man, they plane crash, but they got me on edge, man. I need to yes, they.
There's a lot of lessons to be learned from it.
So many lessons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ansu,
Ansu, we can't hear you.
we're not hearing you. You've been talking, we hear you.
Sorry.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Okay. Before I just before I continue with the conversation with what you are talking about the Supreme Court ruling, I will first start with I will close up with the plain issue on to
Mhm,
what that talk about this supplementary payroll issue to with the past government and this government. Then we're gonna get into the CDC and the Supreme Court. So
mhm,
yeah, Madam Grace, you in your closing of the RIA issue, it
mhm,
was just that you hear the point, but you not went too harsh. And for me, I will go harsh on it.
mhm,
You hear the point. 'Cause I listen. You said the part you said, it happened to our government officials or leaders, so they can see what happened, what is going on. But for me, I would say that it happened to the rightful person because the head of the state. If you follow the people campaign messages,
Hmm.
they were very strong. No, there are some things that when happening, you should understand that. But why this thing happening and it happening in a very different, maybe different manner. Maybe
mhm,
during our person in weird time, you'll say, okay, people complain at the airport, no electricity.
mhm,
Why? That's one issue. But why this time, President Boakai, why are we going to boy eating the transformer wire? Why are we as why what it is even extending to pump holes?
mhm,
Why it is even extending to pump holes here on the runway? There are
mhm,
people who've been living to that airport for regular ages for years and years and years and years and years. And thank God, it just happened to Mother Grace and Tata Regency coming to Liberia for us to go to that airport to go meet them, and so they can hear about the airport condition. It was
mhm,
good that it happened to the leader of the country to know, look, when you are the rightful person and choosing person of a nation,
mhm,
you won't go through these things that people going through. When you came through something like that way, the country facing problem. When you come through something like that way, the country facing problem. So that issue, that situation at the RIA, people have been there, people, plane have been learning for the past years and years. Why this time it should be our president? When Liberian people have complained on private plane. And the party boys, they just play with it in their mouth because they feel that they know politics so much. They just play with it, and just leave the Liberian people, into a space where the people today or you didn't even understand whether the person go on a private or on a commercial. They don't even know today. If what happened, they were going to happen, or yesterday, what happened yesterday, what going to happen? Who knows whether the person went a private or commercial? They're not going to know.
Mm-mm.
They're not going to know whether it was a commercial or whether it was a private until I said they keep it very mute. They keep it quiet. It happened, late morning to afternoon hour, right? And late evening between 6, 7, 8 before it started training. So that's tell you that if
Mm-hmm.
the situation going to happen, the high was just going to remain mute. Maybe social media will get up. President Burger went with a commercial, went with a private jet. Then on to this particular thing that happened during the CDC time.
Mm-hmm.
President, we had said the 700 people are the 700 plus Liberians
Yeah.
at the Ministry of States. And he said it was I did it because of humanitarian. I did it because of humanitarian to just to help. And the United Party came in and they took it too personal. I have to say we have lost everything and they're going now to straighten it at the Ministry of States. Connect crowd there with or hair tie or hair all or hair. I've been there before. You can see her moving that place at Madam Grace. That girl, when she talk about that office, you will see her shaking her hair in the corridor. I have to say she was just to President Bunker, she was the daughter of President Bunker. She just had her hair shaking. Oh, what calls coming in so called? She felt she was just all to it and took all these people out. For GSC to come out today and say that you have people on payroll in which they can see the people, they can see the people that you're talking about. You have ghost names, you have the people on payroll. That's go
Hmm.
back to the Liberian people to tell us that how the people came in their campaign messages. They came in, the project came into, they were just broke. People were just broke and they just ride on the old man popularity.
Hmm.
They just ride on you, because at that time the people just saw him as the right man for the country this time. So some people just saw it and just ride on his popularity, But
So are
President
they
Bob,
going to investigate this matter or what? They're going to investigate it?
yeah, the LCC sent it to the House of Representatives.
Good.
Yeah, they have to investigate because this is serious. She came down very high on this thing. Almost 700 plus Liberians. And for me,
Yeah.
I said over and over that so long it was Liberians, definitely
But they women they in the government, not easy.
should collect all that money to go
Promotion
to
coming on women in the government.
should collect all that money to go to pool party. They get a beer to with more adding to the pool party and to pool party and on the beach. They were should do all that money to pool party and other stuff to just go there. No, the person should look at that thing and say, but Mr. Kra, you can't be the labor ministry there. Just because you qualify, you must have the masters and master. I think let a dollar go somewhere, outside and be sitting there. To give us self position. And at the end today, to
Hmm.
hear that place where 700 plus Liberians, not ordinary people, because I know some of them were in the kitchen, some people were in maybe were
Yes, the
drivers,
list.
some people were security, and personally we have said I did it because as a humanitarian I just couldn't let the people go on a job. They said, oh no, she came and pushed everybody away and even pass it. No, the woman they can pass it no more. They get that's why he said man like grace, they get double times their own. And even pass the number to have ghost names almost 30 to 35,000, close to 40,000 plus.
But the people really they really get talent in the studio. I mean, it's alleged that this thing went on, but then the Liberian women who empower someone, they really got talent in the studio business. So there's another men that are doing it now. Everybody.
And
Because first that the men and need we use, so yeah, you putting people names on payroll to collect money, that is a huge. I mean, they really need to be investigated. The lady said need to come and
front.
register her name because if this is true, it's a sad case in Liberia because we're not used to women, Liberian women. We're not used to Liberian women doing the kind of things. Then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything bad about the men, but usually in our society, when we hear the kind of things, it's not Liberian women. Ah,
Mm-mm. Yeah. And just to add to what you said, Ansu, Your story is on point. I believe that they can't even find the money that was claimed to be saved by removing these people from the payroll system. Because if you remove almost 700 people from the payroll system, you'll be saving a lot of money. Okay, they cannot find. I read in the paper that they can't find where did this money go. Did it go to our budget? What coffer did it go to? The LRA?
They went to the pool party, Doc. You hear me?
You. So that's number one. Okay, that's the number one thing. Number, you, number
That
two.
he said, black that Milton does saying that on the live, he said that pool party.
Number two, I did hear that they did give her the legislators give her father an ultimatum that he has to come. Now I'm talking about her father now. He has to tell the government the job description that he gave permit for those 8,000 people that he said he gave.
Wow.
Remember, he said he gave permit to 8,000 people.
8,000 people.
Yes.
They're from the very talented too.
So he wants to see the job
The
description.
father and the daughter going, oh my people, what the call
Yeah,
is this?
saying,
Father and daughter. The father and the daughter, I know how they're going to advise each other
Okay,
in
on
the
the
house.
live, he said that clean close so good name. Hey man, okay. But that Milton too got worse though.
Milton make people
But you know
laugh.
what? Mr. Gaiman said that this is not alleged. He said this is what the general auditors said. It is a fact.
It's actually GAC. It's in the GAC report.
Wow.
Yes, it came out. It's in the report. And this interesting that this report was out a long time ago. Maybe I think December, if I want to say if I read correctly, if my memory is serving right. And nobody wanted to talk about it until it was just pulled out. Okay.
Wow.
This is the transparency that we're talking about in government. You doing this stuff, you complained that the previous government were doing payroll padding. That was the complaint. In fact, they took one of the government officials to court, which again, these are things that just dropping we can't hear the end, the hear no tape. That one in court, we hear the
You're being investigated. Ghana Media.
yeah. Yeah, they put it today, and we hear nothing. So now the same thing they were accusing the previous government of doing is almost what they're doing now. This is
They
why
control twins, that
control 22 CDC and UP, they are not working in the best interest of our Liberian people. Okay, they to the point that Liberian people are just like we just turning around. What are we going to do next with our country? But we'll not give up. Okay, we just go in circle. We can't. We're stuck. But we are not going to give up. That's why we make it our duty to come here on a nightly basis, almost on a nightly basis, to come and talk to our Liberian people. If one person, two person get what we say, okay, that's job well done for us. Job well done. Okay, because I know many of you want to join us to tell us, say, you don't want your country to be the way it is. You don't want your country to just be going in circle. One people say, oh, they will buy, ride airplane or buy. Then when you get it, you ride an airplane or say, payroll padding buy. But when you get it, you part the payroll. Yeah, we can't even see the people then, according to Ansu saying, we can't even see the people that you put on your own payroll padding thing.
Ansu, you went to the pool party before?
But the woman, no, this is serious. This is serious, Madam Grace. I think the Liberian people, our people need to really shine their eyes to know, that this is what coming for them. CMC presenting a very respectful government. You see on that, I don't call a woman, call a girl. You see on that girl knows. I don't know how person about guy point that girl to that place where she peers or nose or you have ultimate or less someone to represent the Ministry of States. There, we need a responsible government that will appoint people in certain area that will see the people coming. Will say, oh yes, a minister for states for administration, deputy minister. That get peers or no, take all that money. Every weekend she go to the pool. The way she goes.
They put
she
in
goes
the
They pull up, put in her.
She goes, she goes. The reason why it's very hurt me because she presented it when they were taking over that office. with that 700 names. There are people who cry. People cry. There are people cry. They came up with different, strategy to move people that say you have to reapply. All type of things they came up with. They say, push you reapply this, that, just so they should get people out. That's why people will come from other political parties who have that affiliation with other political parties, but they are still Liberians. If you see them into that area, to remove bread from the table, to take spoon from the mouth, that girl will not even think about it. Should give him a breakdown. The period, it's too crowded. We have to do this, we'll do that. We cannot, and we have to make it stable. Is that what you call stable?
Mm.
That is not stable.
Yeah.
So you come in the same place and you are worse up than anything.
Yep. Something is
You
not
are
adding
worse up than
And so
anything.
we, and so say the real Congo where you say you West for.
up.
Yeah, you
Yes.
are worse up than anything. You present yourself too hard and too pure, too clean
Mm.
into that place. People beg you for job. Some people talk all over, and you say no. Now, only that this time around, at least we saw the 700 plus people that were employed there by former President Weah. We saw them. They even protest. But for you now, you have a whole listing where JC said, you don't see the money.
They put
Mm.
out post.
That goes.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it has to, and I'm happy, Ansu, that you said that is the battle was taken to LACC, right? And so we'll continue to speak about it until we get some answers because we have what happened in Liberia. We just drop things. It's
Yeah.
part of it. It just things are happening in our country, no matter what we can't no how,
But
because
last needs Swakoko Dennis was case still being investigated. I mean,
yeah,
they take forever to investigate one case.
the Emma Glasgow say be investigated, Swakoko say be investigated. The MTN, the president said, and I'm transitioning a little bit, and there's another thing I want to. The president said he heard when he made a trip to one of those West African countries that 20% of the shares in MTN belong to Liberia. Okay, so recently the Senate called for a hearing. They call the Bank of Liberia, the Central Bank of Liberia. They call LTA and they call the MTN people to come here for a hearing. So the people then they say they can't talk. They couldn't talk. Can you imagine? They can talk publicly, but they only can talk on a closed door hearing. So that other investigation that is closed door hearing, they said there's regulations and legal issues that prevent them from speaking out who these shareholders are. Whether the shareholders are Liberians, whether the shareholders are foreigners, whether the shareholders are other top people in Liberia, we don't know. Okay, so we gotta stay on that topic too. We just bring it to Liberian people, but we'll stay on that topic to find out who are these shareholders. Should Liberia be benefiting from this LTN, the MTN business? Should we be benefiting from it? Should
Yes,
we
it
have been
should be.
benefiting? Yes.
Yes.
Should we have been benefiting years and years ago? Is this 20% shareholder, does it belong to all Liberians? That's the question that we're asking right now. And we'll be able to come back. We'll stay on this. We're not going to, because I'm determined that we're going to have some ending to these stories,
Well, Doug, I want to tell you something. I met this man. I went to the bank, right? So I met this man. He's, I think, from the islands.
Yes,
So
yes.
he thought I was from the islands. Most time they think that. And I told him, no, I'm not from the islands. I'm from Liberia. He said, oh, Liberia. I said, yes. He said, oh, I'm from Barbados. He said, but most people always think that Liberians are from Barbados. Then he said that to tell me the history, which I told him I will call him to meet him so we can really talk about it because he knows depths about the history. But he said the actual Liberians that they are American Liberians. He said that to tell me in a few 1% that came, that left the Barbadians. But I brought this topic to say that he told me one thing. He said the way Liberia is rich in resources.
Yeah.
Every Liberian supposed to make $2,000 free money, whether you live in Liberia or you live in the diaspora. Every month, ain't not a poor get welfare here. The government just will give you $2,000 every month for free.
Yeah.
That's how rich
They're
Liberia is.
going to do that in Europe.
How are we not getting that money?
Women who are having babies in Europe, they at least had a year FMLA. Only now I'm practicing it in this country like three. I think I was got 15 weeks or 3 months
Yeah.
after FMLA. But yeah, yeah.
And in
So we
Canada,
got
they even have years of it. It's not. I think Canada they have like I think out of 5 years,
you
you
see until your baby is going to first
yeah,
grade. So
the
yeah,
first grade. Yeah.
you see. So
The
but
message Liberia is so rich that even we Liberians not living in Liberia. Once our passport say, "Where were you born?" They say Liberia. We're supposed to get $2,000 check. Plus, the people in Liberia supposed to be getting $2,000 check every month. The message that how rich Liberia is. He
but
said, "But
think
our leaders are killing us."
yes, but think about this, Madam Grace. You got the rubber factory, who's been they've been like since I don't know 19 who since 1920 something. Okay, then we got iron ore. Okay, then we got gold because there's a company right now in Kinjo mining gold there. Okay, then some people as we got like our soil is so fertile. They say most things can grow in Liberia. So when you talk about resources that we got the Sapo National Park in our country there, where we have reserves of different biodiversity, things that you can't find anywhere in the world because I've done the research on that. Yes. So we are rich. We are very, very rich. How are we using our resources? That is the question. Are we so complacent to allow our airport to have potholes on it? Okay. Are we so complacent that one government can just kind of say, I will remove this group of people because my government didn't bring you and we can't find the money? Okay. Are we so complacent to believe, okay, to accept the international community to say, oh, we'll make decisions for you. We'll be the one to tell you whether you can accept money from HPX, which is the company running the iron ore in Guinea, or Asada Mita. Okay, so we have to be able to come to a place where we want to put Liberia first and hold our leader accountable so our resources can work for us, not for a few Liberians, because I have been working for years and years and years, a few Liberians. And you know what I think about it? They're greedy. They're very, very greedy that, they only want money to be good for their pocket. Some of the things that I can discuss. If you giving them money, then you're a good Liberian. They like you. They will accept who you are. But the minute you start to tell them what we need to be doing in our country, the minute you start to disagree with them, the minute you talk about unity, the minute you talk about sharing the wealth of our country, then you are not a good Liberian. You either, this way, that way, they will come after you. And those days are gone. Nobody will back down. We'll continue to talk.
No, we're
Okay.
not backing down. Our country can be this rich, and our people are poor. Rich country, poor people. Look, when that man told me, the man said, "Look, I know your history." He said, "I got clippings. I got newspaper clippings from in the 1920s." He said, "I
Mhm,
want to share with you. I just need to find the time to
mhm,
actually call him and sit down with him so he can tell me for me to come on this show and give the Liberian poor real history raw." The man said that country, he said, is so rich, but the people are so poor because the leadership, they are weakest set of people. He said all the
mhm,
leaderships. He's not
mhm,
taking one out. He said you're not supposed to. This country, people are not supposed to be suffering in this country.
mhm,
The people don't embrace nothing good. That's
mhm,
the problem. Yeah, one of the things he told me, we don't embrace anything good. The people who actually love the country, we don't embrace them. We
mhm,
embrace the people, the propagandists. We embrace the people that will lie to us. And he said one of the things too, we run our own brothers and sisters away. The Black Americans want to come to Liberia, but the history have proven that Liberians hate American Liberians. So the people go to Ghana. So there where they are, the building, get a community in Ghana. They belong to Ghana, they belong to the country. The Ghanaians get them free will to be citizens in the country. How they call himself? Stevie Wonder is not a Ghanaian. Rita
mhm,
Mare is a Ghanaian. She lives in Ghana. I mean, all
mhm,
the big stars, the reality stars, Yenny, these children, they all bought houses in Ghana. I met some of them in the market in Ghana. And when they see you, they know you say, oh, you just came, and they live there. Their children go to school there. But we don't embrace our own people, and the real history of those people come from Liberia as well.
absolutely.
Because we're not accepting of one another. We look at a man who is helping the country and doing a project in places. People like a man like Musa Belete who call him, oh, he's a Madingo man, he's Muslim. Because we don't love the people who will actually make the country, fix the country for us. We don't love the people that will fight for the future generation of Liberians, generation Alpha and beyond. We don't love the people that will give to the country and say, this is why I'm giving you, I can do more. Trust me with leadership. We say no. We trust the people that come and lie to us, and steal from us.
Yes.
And Liberians need to open their eyes now, because 2029, you can't afford to do this anymore.
Yes.
You cannot. Liberia is going down the drain.
Yes.
And we are taking Liberia down the drain. Nobody's supposed to be working Papa Poor in our country. Every year, I was supposed to be receiving my 2,000 check. Dr. Francis, the person will still receive 2,000 every month. Our leader is serious because the country is not rich.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Yes. But so I'll share a story also with you too, and I'm glad that you mentioned the political leader of the Citizens Movement for Change, Musa Hassan Bilali, and all that he's done in the country. He was just here recently, and of course, Asu, who's in studio, traveled with him to Margibi County so that he could explore ways of helping the people in Margibi. He was invited. He didn't just go there. He was invited by the senator of Margibi County, and he went in there and explore, the area where he volunteered that he was going to build. Yes, District 5. He was going to build a road in that place, and when he went there, he talked about his passion about just the Liberian people. He's very compassionate about Liberian people. He wants Liberia to be a better place. This is a man who had the opportunity to travel all over. He talked about coming to school here in the West. He talked about, going and visiting and have led organizations. But when he goes home, when we go home, our home, and he sees right after you get off the Kotaro, the road, the tar road, okay, Liberia goes back into back in time, way back in time.
Let me show you that one here to show you how to put one back in time before you send it. Look at Dr. Betrawe Information Center. Look at the put information.
What is that?
Even in 1930, the information center was not a demand. Really?
And
I want to get the picture credit to Honorable Kevin. That he put it up, so that's his picture. Even in 1930, man, I can go find a 1930 picture tomorrow. I will show you in 1930 Liberia in one of the districts. The information center. Look at the information center.
And these people are making money in our country. And this is what we talk about. We got all the resources, but just the people, the mindset, the innovation, the ingenuity to think about people. So you expect our people now to go wait for you on that place there. You call him. So if I want information about that county, that way I should go sit there and wait.
Yeah. The journalists, they will be inside there waiting for you.
The answer, they will be there waiting for
the information. The information director in that area.
Can with the person, Dr. Bill, he said Dr. Bill Trawe. I don't know what a doctorate degree is, information or whatever. His information center. So does will he take himself? Will he go in there to wait for somebody? And so gotta ask those questions, man. We have to ask those questions. It's so sad. It's very sad. But that picture is
it's deplorable.
Yes.
They say what I mean in English. It's very deplorable. But also today there was a Supreme Court information out here concerning the CDC headquarters. It says that on May 28, 2025, the Supreme Court of Liberia dismissed a bill of information filed by the Congress of Democratic Change, CDC, in a land dispute case, ruling the petition legally baseless. The court found that CDC, having paid $360,000 in rent to the Summerfield Bonar estate and had affirmed a landlord-tenant relationship could not be challenged, the landlord title. So, additionally, the bill failed to meet legal criteria for such filings. As a sanction for the improper filing, the court found CDC lawyer Councilor A, to Busi, Wadabdiki. They men still practicing law in Liberia.
And well, a lot of people are asking.
Thompson and Jaiba and James K. Kume $500 each. So what it is with these people property that the CDC has for the headquarters? Are they supposed to move from the people property? And so, you know any news from that?
I just like what you. I like the question you asked, by Grace. Uh, I'm yet to really get a clear understanding of the CDC headquarters there, with the current case of the owner of that place. If I tell you, I'm still fighting to get a clear understanding of it because there are so many stories, there's so many information, on it, and I think that we just need to go deep to get further information because sometime back this information about CDC taking our place over, it took the entire social media, it took some of major platforms, um, especially when it comes to the media. At the end of it, it just went down. So nobody knows how to handle it with the owners of that place. Again, today again, we lit yesterday evening, the story came out again. So as I said, we just need to do more follow up on it to know exactly what's happening and what's going on when it comes to that place where the CDC reside, whether they have paid for that place, whether it still remain in question. Because I saw a communication from a very from a stone citizen, when it comes to someone who push the agenda, also of media, and he also on the media in the same brother to me. I saw a communication from him. I tried to understand it, what really he was saying, in that communication, and I still couldn't really understand it. So we just need to do some follow up on it to know exactly what's happening with the haircut there, whether the CDC going to turn that place or whether the owner of
So
the
my
place.
question is that did they buy the place from the, because if you're renting a place is different and you pay for the place for a certain time, so you take a lease and maybe you take a 5 to 10 years lease. When that lease is over, the people got a right to tell you, look, even if you want to pay further, I don't want you here. You pay the lease, your time is expired. I want you to move. We give you 3 months to vacate the property. That's the people property. That's the right. So I don't know, except they bought the building, then we will understand that maybe they don't want to move because they bought the building. But the power, if they're leasing the place and the people want it out of the place, is it a problem?
This is what I'm saying. I just said that this very same issue about the headquarters there. Since that came, I think it was the closing of last year into the beginning of this year we are in. This same story came out, and just how it is on now, you will not know what happened next. It will just remain mute. It will just go down. Whether maybe the family people went behind the scene, they had any type of engagement with leaders of CDC, how to handle it. You will not know. It will just go down until again second time another story again will just come up. So we just need to do some follow up on it. Like I said, it kick up today. So yesterday, excuse me. So we need to do some follow on it today, going all the up to the day ending up to tomorrow to know exactly what's happening, what's went wrong, whether the place there is owned, whether you're renting, what's happening there, to whether
Or
some
whether
money were
CDC
paid.
bought the place, all that one.
Yeah, everything. So we just need to do some follow up because the problem is that even the people who owns the place, we don't know how soon the negotiation will close because how uh the story is now just circulating on the media, both electronic print and the social media. It just on it, the story is running. At the end of the day, nobody knows whether maybe George will just call the family person where and they're discussing it on her family. It will just go down.
Yeah.
That
So
story will just go
we'll wait for
down.
the actual
Yeah,
meeting of the
that
Supreme
story will
Court and
just
the
go
actual,
down.
yeah. Yeah, but Anthony,
So
I'll move on from that story. Dagi, want to say something?
no. I think I will agree with both of you that we'll continue to follow up on this story. So let our viewers and those of you who are listening to the program just hang in with us. We will stay on these stories. Okay, we're not going to drop them. We'll make sure that we have answers for you as we go along. We want to thank you for joining us. We want to thank you for always being a committed and faithful follower. We are getting somewhere, and we are getting to turn and transform our country. So yes, I wanted to. I had a interesting story that I wanted to bring up. If you don't
Bring
have
up,
it,
bring up.
well, yeah, I saw this on a Liberian investigator, and I'm sure it was in the chat room. And so you put that in the chat room, right?
Mhm.
And it was the it said that it says that the Liberian Council of Churches to honor Speaker Kun. Let me read that again. People, you hear it. Okay, hear me well. Good, good, good. The Liberian Council of Churches to honor Speaker Kun. Are we dreaming? Is this real? Then it went on to say the Liberian Council of Churches will honor House Speaker Richard N. Kun as an astute. Do people know the word astute? Can we define that word, please? Astute. How? When did they know he was astute? In what manner are they talking about? Astute statesman for national development. Did you
What?
just see?
What
National,
is
he's
developing?
an astute statesman for national development. He's not just an astute statement. They had to go and add national development. Development is where this man is putting iron bar to the doors in the Capitol building. Is
Yeah,
that
chambers.
development in the
Yeah.
chamber? Is that development? Is that the development that
And
we
he
want?
developed. He just developed the chambers, the iron
By
dome.
putting the iron door. Huh? Where did you see that? Since 1950, that building was built. Hey, okay. Now they say on May 30th, during the 35th General Assembly, I want to honor you on May 30th. What day is it today?
Today's the
Yeah,
29th.
yeah.
Yes, so that tomorrow,
So
right?
yeah, so for our side, yeah, it's a 30th already. So we
Okay.
are in the Friday already.
Yeah, so they will honor him in Liberia today during its, I can't read,
35th.
50th, 35th General Assembly. Oh, the 35th, I'm sorry, the
Mm.
35th General Assembly in Painesville. All right. Now, they're going to give him an award. And they say the award will be is part of the Bishop George D. Brown Hall of Fame. Recognizes Speaker Cohn's service to national growth. Are they kidding me? National growth and leadership. So, Liberian people, they they call him speaker now, but before then, he was involved in keeping our country hostage for months and months and months. Nothing was happening there because he was a part of the anti-rule of law group that said he that bypassed their own house rule and made him speaker. All right. He called himself a regime speaker. So, what leadership did he show? What astute ability did he show? Okay, I don't get it. And when I think about the church, I think about standards. I think about conduct, good conduct. I think about good governance. I think about to some degree, I'm thinking of morality, even though the church has its own focus on morality. I don't. When I think about Cohn, I mean, I question someone who calls himself a regime speaker. Number one, I question someone who sits there and allow the leader of our country to look at the speaker that he traveled to Europe to meet the Pope and look at him like he's some kind of dog or something. Did y'all guys see that tape? I would never forget that image in my head. Did you see? Do you know what I'm talking about? When Speaker, the then Speaker, former Speaker Kofa came and saw the president at the Capitol. He was sitting down with Kuhn Okay, he was sitting down with some, I think, the vice president, the other Coon, he was saying Richard Coon and the other Coon, and he didn't even want to lift his hand up to speak to Kofa, the
Yeah.
person that he had just traveled to, okay, to the Vatican to see the Pope. He couldn't do that. So when I think about morality in church and astute, those it's not adding up to me. How I wonder how did this, what standard, what criteria did the Council of Churches use to come up to elect this man and to honor him to be an astute statements for national? Where is our national? What's how long he been power to do national development now? What
I think
development
it's what
has
is
he
the
done?
criteria to even nominate him for that. That's
Yes, they said national development, and then they said that he's gonna be Bishop George D. Brown, Hall of Fame, recognizes Bishop Speaker Coon's service to our national growth and leadership. Liberia, where is the service to our national growth and leadership? Where do we see that? Where can we where has he demonstrated that? Maybe I must be not reading, but Ansu, where has he demonstrated service to national growth and leadership? You're the one in Liberia. You seen it before, maybe I'm blind.
The the
Mm-hmm.
LCC is a complete should I say embarrassment to this country. The Liberal
Mm-hmm.
Council of Churches. You I don't know what whether our religious leaders are doing. This very same group, when the conflict were at the Capitol building,
Mm-hmm.
this very same group went to the Capitol building to settle what was unfolding with the at that time the majority or minority bloc. This very same Honorable Kuhn, in which he's saying that you want to honor today,
Mm-hmm.
at that Capitol building, to you people, you went there with your camera, your guy, all the thing, all your holy stuff, and he couldn't really recognize, he couldn't see it in you to say, oh yeah, even if even if I cannot listen to ECOWAS, if I cannot listen to other maybe civil society group and other people, then if I cannot listen to you people, but I think this is our leaders.
Yes.
This is the
Christ-like leaders.
yeah. So let's see. Let me give it some attention. He never thought on it. Look, when I saw that thing to yesterday, that the Council of Churches, Liberia Council of Churches, want to honor, and they went on by specifying all these things into it. I
Mm-hmm. He
said, you
astute.
know, yeah, it have tend to, the church now tend to a complete. Don't be. It should be a surprise. That the Regency and Mana Grace that the Council of Churches will put out a political party 2029 because it like the whole thing turned into a complete. Yeah,
Hey,
it turned
anything
into
can
a
happen in our country.
uh, uh,
the politics, it have taken over until even in the church. How can you honor what circumstances? How can you convince the Liberian people that Honorable Kuhn, I know for his services of development or
And
humanitarian or why he
national
will be honored
leadership.
today?
Mm-hmm.
How
the,
can you
the,
convince?
the, the thing that surprised me, Ansu, is that the man Jared Reddick was voted. Before
Yeah,
he was voted into that speakership, he had a
yeah.
lot of controversy with him being a part of holding Liberian hostage when it came to the House. For
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
months, as Dr.
Mm-hmm.
Francine said. And
Mm-hmm.
I will quote Dr. Francine was when I think about the church, I think about faith, I
Mm-hmm.
think about guardians,
Mm-hmm.
I think about morality,
Mm-hmm.
I think about truth, I
Mm-hmm.
think about service.
Mm-hmm.
When I think about the church, I think about support, I think about community. Bishop George D. Brown, where I know, I went to
Mm-hmm.
Gary School.
Mm-hmm.
He rolling in his grave right now for you to even take his, his hall of fame and give it to Richard Kuhn at this point in time. Now, if Mr. Kuhn stay in that speakership and do these things, after some time, now you can say you honoring him. But right now, that thing you're doing, that grave seeking.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking for a fundraiser, you're looking for the man to get your money, and that's why you're doing it.
Yeah.
But just imagine a pastor, the Right Reverend Walter D. Riches, the president of the Baptist Missionary Convention during those days,
Mm-hmm.
the Right Reverend Jeremiah Walker, the president of the Baptist Missionary Convention during those days, that never took any nonsense when it came to government. Door were in his seat shaking. Those people never used to play with him. There came a
Marcus
time also
Francis.
people had to leave Liberia because they wanted to, they were starting to do something to him because he was on the pulpit telling President Doe that what you're doing is evil to the Liberian people. Just that he was preaching against the corruption in the country.
Mm-hmm.
The church supposed to stand its ground. Even when Jesus Christ went in the tabernacle, when he saw the people selling, he got there and he pushed the table down.
That's right.
It was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Why will our church people stand up? Why y'all just won't seek their grave, their money? Every time you offer money, that all. We're
Mm-hmm.
not taking away from Speaker Kuhn. What we saying, let a man lay in the position now. That
Mm-hmm.
this man get in the position after some many months or maybe a year if the people were keeping there because they knew for moving people Speaker from in the house.
Mm-hmm.
If the man doing that kind of thing, they are honor him. They will say, okay, yeah. Although he did this, but he can't, he didn't want the people honor him. But this time for you to honor the man while you were in a simple trying to judge power, you people are grave seekers to the last grave seeking degree.
Yeah. And
And
you
you
especially
certificate
especially
for grave seeking.
especially man Grace when they are Speaker Kun himself still going around apologizing to Liberian people for the incident that happened at the Capitol building, for
yes.
holding effort necessary for keeping that place being very noisy,
Yes.
for bringing that entire building down to the Liberian people. The
Mm-hmm.
disrespect was too much. The Liberian people saw it. The man still going in the gallery, still apologizing. Then you putting up a wall for him.
Why the church coming to come and get a man a war
Yeah, the man
for
said
him
that.
to
They
go
said
back?
the man said still he still saying Liberian people was sorry for what happened.
Mm-hmm.
What went on at the Capitol building, the impasse at the House of Representatives. We're sorry for what happened. And this how you put you hold us responsible. Then you
Mm-hmm.
turn around, you say you want to honor
Mm-hmm.
to award somebody for such. This is why I say it should be a surprise to us. If these people that tend to politicians and call themselves on a relation leader or what, come up with a political party in 2029 because they are confused.
Lord, let
Mm-hmm.
me tell you, Asu,
Mm-hmm.
back in the day, the church leaders then, in like, bro, back in the day, the church leaders then were yesteryears.
Bishop
They
Marco Francis.
they challenged the government they held the government feet to the fire
Hmm.
for the people's lives, for Liberians to have a better life. That's why the church was there. That's why you see the people went to church faithfully on Sunday because they know the church leaders they were going to hold the government feet to the fire. This time then the church, they just offer fundraiser. They
Mm-hmm.
offer raising money. They offer doing project. They offer going to convention. And when they go to that convention, there the people then where they can be getting pregnant to that convention. And the husband they can't even be to the convention. That's why they offer that the whole thing.
Well, Madam Grace Rush get that drop on boom. Okay. So anyway,
That
yes.
convention thing, that but you can see the girl that married that comedian when she
Yeah,
go on the president when we go to the convention. The more husband not to the convention said just see the monte better for convention. What happened? The pastor, the deacon coming to the place we were talking before we start getting on the mono bench, and then before we went into Tare, and
mhm,
something that happened before you know. They get the more getting better, the better not even for husband to the church they need like brother now all they own
yes,
raising for grace seeking, honoring people who even supposed to be honored, leaving the actual people in the church when they're supposed to honor the people that have served the church. They will not honor the people. They bring in Rachel Kuna. The men just stay passing around and they post out for what happened trying to gain a ground. They now put a man on front page and center. And they know when they bring it, me and Dr. Francine, we're not going to relent. We just got to
yes,
talk about it.
yeah. And like you said, one thing you said I admire so much, give him time. Let's
Yeah.
assume, okay, bar gonna be bar gonna, even though I don't buy that philosophy. Okay. We say bar gonna be bar gonna, we turn the leaves, we're gonna start a new chapter in the legislature. Then you say you go on the man for astute statements for national development. Eh? How does someone who see themselves or have called themselves a regime speaker be called an astute statement? Isn't that contrary to our constitution that require a check and balance system? If you say that you are in the legislature, aren't you supposed to be checking the executive branch? But no, he said he a regime speaker. And the people saying they are honoring him for his astute statements for national development. And
Now,
then
Nigerian message now, wow.
yes, and they're recognizing service to national growth. And what leadership has this been shown, Grace? And I think last week we were talking about family values.
Yeah.
Okay, where do we learn? In fact, when I heard the political leader of the Citizens Movement for Change speak about the value that he learned from his family and why he cares so much, his altruism, the reason why he gave back to Liberia, it comes from the fact that, you know, when he was a little boy and he watched his mother feeding other people
Yeah,
with
for
what
people,
she
yeah.
had, caring for people, you know, and so he grows up, he see women suffering, when he see children suffering to go to school, it bothers him. So whatever he has, he gives back. And I remember they got issue with that. I don't understand. If you are taking the money and saying that I'm a regime speaker and keeping it in your pocket and putting those because even during normal days I used to go from Paul Mines to Sharp to Johnson Road. We didn't have the iron door then that I couldn't put in the speak in the
We
hut.
never had, no, we never had that.
Okay.
I
Those
think
cool
that firehouse, there's a firehouse. How you put that kind of door? And I think like who can bust out the car when there's a fire in the place? They were
that's
already known for letting fire in the capital building already.
yes. So that kind of development. Then I noticed I watched the video where someone, Yeke Koluba, parked his car in a spot. Granted, maybe it was illegal parking. But I saw the how outrage, okay? He was in a state of rage when he came out to get his car. Like nobody should park here. This is a place where only reserved for. Is that how you do conflict resolution? Someone with leadership who's be honored for leadership, you should have conflict resolution skills. You don't just come. Then the next day we put a big placard over there reserved for the speaker only.
But
My
my thing is that even when the police came there, they were
mhm.
supposed to call a tow truck to tow the main car. They broke into the main car,
Yes.
broke into her car. That was so totally wrong. But that
Hmm.
I think they should
Yes.
open the phone lines because
Yes.
I
Yes.
really need to read the letter from Saka PA from my political leader. That letter touched me. I want to read it. So they open the phone line after the people finish. I will read my letter and then we can close tonight. We started late tonight. We are sorry. But as of tomorrow, we will be coming here 7 and we'll leave here 9, like United States time, 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. Liberian time. And so I hope you got the program.
Yeah.
So can you open the phone line so we can receive calls from our people tomorrow? Yeah, don't forget to call in. You should have the line Jamie because tomorrow we'll be giving up $5, 7 different winners, for the
All
weekend.
right. That's so wonderful, folks. So we know exactly 18 minutes past 1 o'clock. You are monitoring us. You listen to the political, that's the political house here on Truth FM 96.1. And also you are finding us on Facebook. That's it. Thanks to every one of you who try contacting us for the past days up to yesterday. The Famuya, Donkso, John N. Lincoln, Kevin, Bakui, Nelson Lord, Aaron B, Rabos, Ricky, Conan, Thomas, Tabo, Maurice Massacre, Jefferson Dia, Francis, T. Cody, Orlando Blamo, all the guys. And it's a very long list here with a lot of names and numbers. We'll have you guys here in tight. So as we get your numbers and your name, we will inform you that when we reach a certain number which we want, we'll then turn it over to the Secretary General of
And
the
then we
CMC.
invite them to the party headquarters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 0776 927 472. The numbers to call +2 3 1 tonight. Call us. No, have a say on the show. If you're monitoring us, you are in bed listening to the program tonight. You want to participate. You want to have your say. +2 3 1 776 927 472 0776 927472. Add the numbers for you to call. If you're monitoring the political launch here tonight on Truth FM back home here, you can call and have your say on the program here tonight. 0776 927472. Numbers for you to call and participate. Let's pick our first caller. Good morning. Good morning. All right. 0776 927472. 776 927472. The numbers for you to call. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
This is Kelvin F. Bakwai from District number 2, Mosurado County.
Straight to the point.
I've been following the show, and then more often I followed the chairman, Honorable Musa Hassan Berede, follow his post. And then when I heard about the CMC, it was really welcoming, and then I said to myself, I think this party is one of the parties that will be very good for us Liberians. So try by all costs, I will try by all costs to see myself through the party. And then what you usually preach on the platform, it is all welcoming. Really, I'm interested and I love the show. That is why always I try my best to get myself glued to my radio for me to not miss the show.
Okay.
It's really welcoming.
Okay. All
Take
right.
your number down. He's the first caller. He won $5.
Just
Okay.
right.
Thursday,
So
first caller. I had a surprise. I told you a surprise was coming.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. 0776 927472. Good morning. Good morning.
Hello?
Yeah, please be audible, please. Go ahead.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah. How you doing? Thank you so much for the show. I really like your articulation. But, I want to talk to you about mobility.
What's the name? What's the name for why you joining us?
Yeah, yeah. Call your name.
Okay, Morris Nelson. I'll follow you from tomorrow.
Okay, Morris.
Yeah. Mobility is one of the hard-working men that we know for a long time. So, by doing something to my Giri County, we very appreciate it. These are the people we need to change hands. We need to change hands. Not to be looking at citizen and municipality. Let's change hands to see how better we can move the country power. Another thing I want to talk about, this government, there are a lot of lies. They are making a lot of blunder. Can you imagine today that in the airport, the plane almost crashed today?
Mm. A lot of mysterious things happening.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the show. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful. The next caller 776 927472. If you are monitoring us, you up tonight, place a call in and let's hear you 0776 927472. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. You say your name again? Wow, you're breaking in. Yeah, you are breaking in. So let's see line 2.
Are you getting me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Are you getting me clear now?
Why? Okay, so him just please come and ask line, yeah, line two. So
Yeah, so the number to call on to is 077701763 777017635
so
zero
yeah,
triple seven zero one
that's
seven
Chris in
six
the
three
person on
five.
line one. I don't know what's the problem. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, go straight to the point.
My name is Moses Carter calling from Omega.
Let's hear
Yeah,
you.
I let the say things to the ladies who always breaking the show door up. I want to say thanks to Mr. Benedict who always tries the possible best as lawmaker, making sure that roads, the citizens get good roads, that they will not face challenges during the release.
Okay. Okay, my brother. All right, so
That would
can we
be it.
take
You have to take one more call and then we can leave because we have to do our closing. It's
yeah,
almost 1:30 in the morning.
so we can be doing that. If any call come in, I'll definitely put in through, but you can be
Okay.
going ahead, Madam Grace.
Okay, so yeah, I would like to doc, and if you allow me, I would want to read the letter from Sakapie. Those letters are very interesting letters. I like reading them. I want to share with the Liberian people because these are the things that we actually need to hear, so we can be able to praise ourselves when it comes 2020. When it comes 2020, 9, we have to start looking into what do we want for this country and what do we want for ourselves and our children and the future of our country. So, Honorable Musa Hassan Benete wrote this Sunday because his letters, if you go check on his page, it comes up every Sunday. I think in the morning when I wake up in America, I see that letter. I'll be looking forward to reading it. So, last Sunday, which was on the 25th of May, he wrote, letter from Sakapie, not in my name. I stand against tribal politics. Dear fellow Liberians, no child is born hating. No one enters this world already suspicious of another tribe or hostile to another faith. Hate is taught. Division is engineered. And in Liberia, too many have learned it too well. We have allowed tribe and religion to become weapons in our politics, not tools of identity, but instruments of exclusion. We have chosen names over merits, dialects over vision, and fear over unity. And because of that, good people are kept out while the wrong ones rise. I write to you from Sakapi, not in anger, but with urgent conviction, not in my name. I will not excuse failure because the leader shares my blood. I will not defend injustice because the thief speaks my dialect. I will not be silent because the abuser kneels in my place of worship. I have seen the damage, not in theory, but in the eyes of young people turned against their neighbors, in clinics that never open, roads that never get built, schools that never teach, all because we keep voting our own, even when our own is failing us all. Let me be clear. I love my people. I am proud of my roots, but I did not enter public life to serve a tribe. I entered to serve a nation. Liberia does not need tribal defenders. Liberia needs national builders. We cannot build a country if we are afraid of each other. We cannot develop if we judge a person's worth that their surname or their place of worship. We cannot heal if we keep injecting the poison of suspicion and exclusion into our democracy. This is not just about me. This is about all of us and the kind of country we want to leave behind. If we continue down this path, we will wake up in Liberia that no longer belongs to all of us. If we keep empowering tribalism with our silence, we will soon have nothing left to call a nation. So today, I raise my voice, not just to myself, but for every Liberian who dreams of something better. Let's Let us reject the politics of fear. Let us stop rewarding failure with blind loyalty. Let us teach our children pride without prejudice and identity without hate. To the leaders who divide us, your time is ending. To the citizens who have been silent, your voice is needed now. To the young, the poor, the overlooked, this country is yours to reclaim. Liberia must rise, not as Gio or Pele, Mandingo or Crew, but as one wounded people determined to heal. We are better than this. We must be, not in my name, not today, not tomorrow, not forever. Hmm. The letter from Sakapi. That's my closing. That got you on mute.
Grace, very deep, very, very deep. I too look forward to the political leader of Citizens Movement for Change letter. And I like the part. I like everything he said. And I was imagining things when you were reading the letter. But I like the part where it starts with "let us." The reason why, and you and I, conversate a lot about CMC, and the reason why we are a part of CMC, and I encourage you to be a part of CMC because of what he's saying. He's telling us, let us reject the politics of fear. Okay, people will come and say, "Oh, Liberia will always be this and stuff," but we will not give up. Those are all fear tactics that they put in our head. We'll reject the politics of fear. We'll speak truth, but we're not going to be fearful. Let us stop rewarding failures with blind loyalty. Like when we see the pothole to the airport, we talk it. Okay? We're not going to say because we know who the people in authority is, we'll talk it. Let us teach our children's pride without prejudice and identity without hate. All right. Let me teach the American born children that we got here and the children in Liberia. Let's teach them to be proud of our country called Liberia. Liberia is on the rise as we seek to win the bid to be a non a member of the United Nations Security Council. Okay, that's history for us. We have made history before, we'll be making history again, and we need to be proud of that. But when we identify with hate, we can't be. And he said, and those leaders, those people, those two parties that we got in our country, CDC and UP, those leaders, you want to divide us. Your time is ending because CDCMC is here. Yes, we are here. Okay? Your time is ending. To the citizens who have been silent, and all of you, I'm calling you to come and ask us questions. I don't want you to just be complacent and say you want to join. I want you to challenge me, to ask me questions. Come to Minnesota when we get there on June 21st. Come to the hall, raise your hands, and ask us questions. We'll have answers for you. And make up your mind to become someone where your voices will be heard. Right now, we need you more than anything else. And he said to the young, the poor, the overlooked, this country is yours to reclaim. And we are going to do that. Okay. We are going to promise that we will do that. So, yes, Liberia must rise, and we call you to help us let Liberia rise to her appropriate and proper place in history.
Yes, that we are coming to Minnesota. You see our t-shirt and hats, they're getting ready. We are coming with all kinds of colors. We are coming with CDC. We will march in there and we will tell you people, this is what we have for you people. And then we ask you to join us, Citizens Movement for Change. Join the party because we are here and we want you to be a part of the change, the fundamental change that Citizens Movement for Change will bring to Liberia. So CMC says him have a change.
We talking about astute change here. We're not talking about astuteness here like, in a way like Bureau Church Council and churches can do.
Yeah, I know, right? But we're talking about that fundamental change that we bring into
Yes.
the CMC says him have a change introduction and installation program at the Brookdale Covenant Church Hall And it is at 55139 Brooklyn Boulevard, Brooklyn Center, Minnesota, 55429. That will be on June 21st, 2025. We start at 5:30 p.m. And we want you to come and become a vessel for change. Come and join us so we can bring that change that our brother needs so desperately. We need our country to rise again. We need our country to be delivered. So come and join us. So we'll be expecting a lot of you. A lot of people will be there. We're going to have drinks. We're going to have free food, free drinks, and we're going to introduce CMC to you. We are going to also install the Minnesota chapter because they are reached a standard in our constitution to be installed as a chapter. Come and celebrate with us, and congratulate our new leadership in Minnesota. And we want to say thank you for watching tonight. We appreciate you. We'll be here tomorrow at 11 p.m. Liberian time, and we want you to come and remember to call because tomorrow a lot of people will be winning some $5 for the weekend. So, Ansu, if you have anything else to say, let me play our anthem so we can get out of here.
Nothing. Thanks. Nothing. Thanks to you and Dr. Richardson. Thanks for the platform. Again, yeah. So we know tomorrow going to be today on our side.
Yeah,
It's going to be very super. Uh, Someone just inboxed me. The text message I'll read it. Say, I would say doing a giveaway tonight. I said no. People, we are waiting for tomorrow. We say Friday. The thing
yeah.
for weekend, so you can have time to communicate with your family for the
Or
weekend.
buy
It's seven.
something for yourself. Ansu,
Yeah,
we're not giving it a scratch card anymore. We just send the $5 to their phone now to do
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
we do a
It
mobile,
help.
a
It
mobile
helps some
money.
people because in Liberia, dollars here is around. I think it close to $1,000. So it help
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
can get two
we'll
hours.
continue to
So
give
leave
that.
work for your mom and your drivers.
We will
Yeah,
continue to give that until 2029. Our people need help, so we'll continue to give that in that way. Although we're bringing more projects to Liberia, and when Dr. Francine and myself get into Liberia, be a whole different thing because we're coming
yes,
and we're coming
we
strong.
are.
But we will make sure our people enjoy this show from now to 2029. Every Friday, somebody will win. Today, somebody won because the first caller call in, and that was his luck because we said something could happen today. You never know. God can
Mhm.
bless you any day.
And that's
Hmm.
the show, you
And
know.
that's the show.
Anything can happen. So that's
And
what we want you to continue to listen
listening in.
yeah, to listen in
Mhm.
and continue to think, to be a critical thinker, continue to ask us questions, participate in the show. This is CMC show. Will tell you the news about what's going on in the country. We'll tell you the news. We're not going to neglect the hard effort of the political leader. There's a lot of stations in Liberia, but some people can just bypass, you
Yeah.
know, and not in his name, he said that we're going to practice tribalism or we're
Mhm.
going to practice religious bigotry. Not in his name, not today, not tomorrow, not
Not
anytime
forever.
on this show called the Political Lounge. We will give you the news as it comes. We'll tell you all the players. We will tell you the news that is going on in the country, whether we like it or not. Tomorrow, we are expected to have the newly elected Representative Ellen Atto of the Female Legislative Caucus. She is expected to be here tomorrow to tell us about, this organization, her and the role that she's playing. She called me today. I should let you guys know to tell me that she didn't feel good. Her throat was bothering her, but I'll check in with her tomorrow to make sure that she's okay and can speak in a way that you guys would be able to understand and hear her. She was concerned about that. She said she had done a tour of different programs and her voice has started to crack a little bit and people weren't understanding her and she was concerned about that. So we are expecting her tomorrow. So come ready to ask your questions. I mean, it's important. We have the women in our legislature have gathered together and we hope that the gathering will be powerful, that people will begin to see the virtue of women, what we can contribute to Liberia. There's almost 49, 50% of the population in Liberia consists of women. So it's a good thing that we can come in and hear what they're going to do. I did hear someone talking about setting a law that will make room for women to be a part of the legislature. I think that's something worth discussion. I think it actually has been a long-standing discussion in Liberia. Um, I don't like things given to me. I like to earn what I receive. So I'm toying with that law a little bit. Um, and I will ask her. That's one of the things I want to ask her opinion on what she thinks about that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but and then I see both sides of it, because if you have such a culture like our culture that tends to be disrespectful to women and tend not to see what we contribute to, the conversation, so when you see that, and then how would my women be given a chance, if they were not appointed to these positions. um, but again, I don't care. I like to just earn and knock down doors and windows if I have to,
Exactly.
to earn what I have to earn, to get what I have to get. If you don't want me there, I'm not supposed to be there.
Mhm.
That's how I think about it.
Okay, so thank you so much. We hope to have her here
Mhm.
tomorrow. And I just want to remind Liberians that Liberia does not need, Honorable Benedict said, Liberia does not need tribal defenders. Liberia needs national builders. So we thank you for watching, all our national builders of CMC. We thank you.
Mhm.
And if you are not part of us, join us. Have
Yes.
a nice evening. Good night or good morning, Liberia.
CMC, for the people, by the people, and to the people. Citizens movement for change. Oh yes, a new day has come. Yes, a new day has come. Rise up, Liberia. CMC, for the people. CMC, by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better Liberia. CMC, CMC, for the people. CMC, by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better Liberia. Equity, national unity, transparency, accountability, social justice, integrity. CMC core values. CMC Global. It is a new day for Liberia. It is a new day for the people. Let's all together. Let's all together. It's a unity. Raise up your hands. CMC. The land of liberty, the land of freedom, the love of liberty brought us together. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, CMC, for the people. CMC, yes, by the people. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, CMC, yes, for the people. CMC, yes, by the people. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, yes, 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 the time has come.